Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, this is the follow-up on that rear truck that I derusted with vinegar. And as you see, 99% of that rust has been removed, along with all of the paint, of course. But I just wanted to do a follow-up. I put this back in the vinegar for another, 12 hours or something like that. And except for a few small spots here and there, 99% of that rust is gone. So now I've just oiled it and probably clean it up with a small brush to get the remaining rust off. There's little bits that were actually turning to pitting, as you see. And so very likely just a light wire brushing that will take all of the remaining rust off. And you can see there's still some rust on that wheel. None at all on this one. So the only stuff that's remaining is where it was turning to pitting. So like I said, it won't take much to get the rest of this off of here. In most cases, you can scrape it off with your thumbnail. So it won't take very much to get the rest of that off of there. Of course, it's already 100% better than it was, and this thing was just absolutely covered in rust. And as you see, the rust is gone. So I will deactivate the acid by dipping it in water mixed with baking soda. That'll stop all the chemical reaction. I lightly oiled it just so you can see the condition of the metal. But as you see, the rust is gone. And this thing, there wasn't a part on this that was not covered in rust. And even the axle was just eaten alive with rust. And it's actually pitted the steel. And it's you can feel how rough this is, where that acid or where the rust had actually gone below flush on the steel and began to eat down into it. You know, and rust won't stop by itself. Once something's rusted, it'll continue to rust until there's no more steel left. It just turns it all to oxide. So without having to do anything except soak it in vinegar, we've derusted this rear truck. So now, like I said, I'll deactivate the acid, clean this up with a stiff toothbrush would probably do it. I doubt if I'll have to use a wire brush. We'll see. But all of the rust is gone. It's down to bare steel on both sides. There's a little bit of paint remaining there. So now if you want to completely refurb this, you can just pop the axle out, repaint it, pop the axle back in, and you have what it would appear to be a brand new rear truck. So really simple to do it. It doesn't take any effort of any kind. The vinegar does all of the work for you. And as you see, this is in fairly decent condition. A lot of pitting in it. That just goes to show how bad that rust really was. But it works. It works really well. And you don't have to spend any time doing it. You just let the acid in the vinegar remove that oxide. And now just a bit of cleanup. And you can use this as is. You can pull the axle off and repaint it. The nice thing about it, of course, is that it's no longer a rusted hulk. It actually looks like a rear truck again. And of course, wheels move freely. So a really, really simple way to derust any kind of steel. And this works on any kind of steel. And the heavier the rust, the longer it would take to soak. So this was, 36 hours, something like that. But again, the nice thing about it is you didn't have to do anything to it except wait. And the acid did all of the work for you. So I just wanted to do a follow-up video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.